1 equals 25. So every client that I talk to, every referral that I get, everybody that you know,
Mm-hmm.
you have an opportunity to have 25 friends, family, coworkers referred to you. And the only way to do that, Jesse, is to create a referable experience. C period A period R period E period care. Create a referable experience.
Welcome to the Creative Cash Flow Show. I'm your host, Jesse Mills, where we come to you weekly with tips on how to create both lifestyle and financial freedom through real estate secrets. And ladies and gentlemen, today I have got someone, if you are in real estate, if you're in mortgage, if you're in sales, period, I don't care what the heck you're selling, frankly. It could be donuts, right? It could be vacuums. If you're in sales, or if you talk to people in your business, how about just let's leave it at that. You got to talk to my boy here, Mr. Scott Hudspeth, and he's going to tell you, guys, this is insane, how to take one person and how that could potentially be 25 leads from that and what you're probably not doing. And a really sweet hack that I didn't know about, that you can take stuff that's right in front of you, you have it, and you're not using it at all. And I want you guys to do this now before you find out it's too late. And you got all this money that's just gone, all these people you could have helped, and it's too late. So, Scott, dude, thank you so much for being on the show. I love your energy. I love what you're doing. And I will let you intro you.
Awesome. Hey, this is Scott Hudspeth. I'm the creator, owner of Agent Mastermind. Been around for 12 years. It's the largest online real estate training in the nation, with anywhere from 100 to 400 agents on a call every single week, 50 weeks a year.
Wow.
The reason I created that, man, is I just wanted to bring the real estate and mortgage industry together to try to help people close more loans with training, up-to-date tools, systems, and strategies. And it's just been an epic 12 years. I've met so many people like you who have, I'm just honored to be here and just share what I'm in the streets, on the pavement, pounding the pavement, and just trying to make things better for everybody else, and use what we already have in front of us instead of try to create or invent something else for creative avoidance.
Wow, dude, that's amazing. So you've been doing this a long time. First call that I was on where we met, I'm like, holy crap, you have so many people popping in. You have such a great audience and reach, and people that are sharing and that are there. I was very blown away, man. I think you do an amazing job, and great just facilitator of it, and getting people to what your challenges and how did you have some wins, and let's like, you're just like me, right? You want to help people just do more, do better.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, so what I want to talk about, man, is 1 could equal 25. And what I mean by that is we all have people that know, like, and trust us, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know why, but for some reason, salespeople like the thrill of the chase, including myself. But the thrill of the chase is so much harder with those that don't know us, because I got to get to know them. I got to build the trust, and I got to get them to like me. Where I just go, you know what? Why don't we just start with the people that already know, like, and trust us? And then each one of those has a minimum of 25 friends, family, and coworkers, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah,
so
for sure.
There's 100 in your database, Jesse. Yeah. 100 in your database. The opportunity you have in front of you right now is 2,500 people. And the only way to do that is each time you get on the phone with somebody, you should be making phone calls to these people. I'm going to give you a really cool app that if you don't download it, you're just crazy. Because it, for a good salesperson, 99% of the time, we're just not detail oriented, right?
Yeah, totally.
And so I thought, well, let's just, it's just the way it is. That's okay. I'm the same way.
Yeah, let's just be honest. Don't try to hide it.
Yeah. So I go, how can I use the one thing that I have with me all the time as the thing, my phone? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I just make sure that every time I call somebody, or every time somebody calls me, I make sure that I save their name as their number. That's it.
You save their name and number.
Just save the name. Just save the name under the. If somebody calls you don't know who it is, make sure after you're done, slow down.
Yeah.
Don't do anything else except for save the name, so if they call you again, you can address them by their first name instead of saying, "Hey, who's this?" Right?
Oh my God, absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
Yes, respect 101. Well, I like to do just so I like to go into notes at the bottom, and I got to put in how I know them, or how we got connected, or who they know, so I know, like, hey, that was the friend of the cousin of the person I met at the bar at the airport. Like, oh yeah, how is Tim doing? Right? I need something. Otherwise, I'm like, it's out. But I love it. Get it in there right away.
Yeah. Get in there right away. So 1 equals 25. So every client that I talk to, every referral that I get, everybody that you know, you have an opportunity to have 25 friends, family, coworkers referred to you. And the only way to do that, Jesse, is to create a referrable experience. C period A period R period E period care. Create a referable experience.
Dude, I like that.
Yeah, care. So how do you do that?
Create a referable experience.
Correct.
How many people do you know starts a transaction that way? It's like, hey, we're starting a referable transaction. Like no one really sets out to think like that.
No, it's not a common thing. And so when somebody hears it now everybody that hears this podcast, you're gonna hear care, create a referable experience, and you're gonna hear the words that I say, like is a reticular activator. You're gonna start hearing them. You're gonna start, and so as I talk about this, you're gonna listen to conversations that you have. You're gonna hear moments of gratitude. So how I do it is when I talk to somebody, I always try to leave somebody better than when I found them.
Love that. Love that.
Some way, shape, or form. Can I do it all the time? Not always. Sometimes they leave me better than when they found me, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, that's how it goes. Yeah. But I try to give them something of value, be a ray of sunshine. So I just say, Jesse, how are we doing? How can I do better to make this experience even better for you?
Wow.
And they either tell me or they don't, right? They say, hey, Scott, man, you're awesome. Thank you so much. All good. Then I look for moments of gratitude. I just got a moment of gratitude. I said, thank you. You're awesome. Whatever the moment of gratitude is, it's so easy to get the moment of gratitude. If every time you call a past database, hey, man, it was such an honor working with you. Appreciate your trust. Man, if I could hit the universal reset button and only work with people like you, my life would be amazing. How you doing?
Dude.
Doing awesome. Thanks, man. Hey, how could I have done better when we worked together back in the day when I helped you get your home?
Wow. Number one, most people just aren't thinking that, I don't think. But the ones that do, I would guarantee you, and I hate to say it, but I've been there, right? We've all been there. I've thought to myself, do I want to ask it? Because I didn't do as good as I could have done. Yeah. I could have done better. Or frankly, maybe you know something that didn't go well because of X, Y, and Z. Maybe it's your fault. Maybe it's not your fault. Maybe they think it's your fault. Doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter whose fault. It just didn't go great. So I think people are scared to ask that, man. You're just throwing it out there. You're like, give me the feedback.
I want to know. I want to know. Zero expectation. So I always go into every conversation with zero expectation. I want to make sure that person is having the most amazing experience that I can provide. Mediocrity is alive and well. In fact, I think the bar's dropped.
Oh, it has for sure.
It's just sad. It's just sad, you know? Yeah. Like so it's not hard to create a referable experience and have it so amazing that they want to tell their friends, family, and coworkers, okay? So I look for the moments of gratitude. When I get the moment of gratitude, I say, Jesse, hey, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate that. Hey, Jess, can I ask you a favor?
Absolutely. Sure. Yeah, of course, man.
Hey, man, Jesse, who of your friends, family, coworkers are also looking about buying, selling, refinancing that I can help out?
Yeah, actually, I've got a few people right now that are looking.
Cool. So, hey, and if you would have said, man, I can't think of anybody right now. Hey, Jesse, can I ask you another favor? Can I kind of need to send them over so I can help them have an amazing experience? Because, when buying a home or selling a home or whatever they're trying to do when it comes to their financials, it's stressful, man. There's a ton of emotions, and I just want to hit it head on and address those and make sure that every client is educated. They know what they're getting into. Even if I don't work with them, I want to educate them to make sure that they know exactly what's going on in the industry. There's so much desperation out there right now that I just want to make sure that they're getting what they need to best put their family in the best situation they possibly can, short-term, long-term.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, how do I not want to give you people with that? Right.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's the crazy part. So, and just so you know, Jesse, I know we just started working together. For every 5 in process and approved and looking, we average 1 referral. So we average 1 referral for every 5 in process and approved and looking. So if you and I did 10 deals over the next 12 months and I don't give you back 2 referrals, I'm just not doing my job. I'm not creating a referable experience, or I'm not asking, or I'm not doing both.
No, that makes total sense. Yeah. And and you got to ask, and you got to be cognizant of, it's a plan. Yeah. It is a part of your process. Right. This isn't just happenstance. I think that's what so many people do is they go, oh yeah, that's right. I'm supposed to ask for referrals. And you ask at the end, or you don't plant the seed. But again, it's not, it's like BNI, right? If you've ever been part of BNI, giver's game. This isn't about what can I get from you. This is how can I make this a great thing? and you want their feedback and you want to know. And I think it's, I mean, there's multiple reasons for that, but number one, you want to do the best job you can. Number two, you want them to have the best experience they can. Number three, you want to also remind them if things are going great, like, hey, you said it was great, 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 great. So it better be great at the end because you've been saying it's great, right? And if it's not great the whole time, you shouldn't be surprised when you get a bad review because, well, yeah, you were pissed off this week and this week and this week, which again, of course, rarely happens. But I mean, you want that feedback and you want to be planting that seed to say, hey, I want to take care of you and do an amazing job. And I want to take care of your friends and family too. Who else
Absolutely.
do you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And then talking about, so that's
it's an art and a science, isn't it?
Sorry. I think it's just being aware. I think we go through the motions. So like we do the same thing every day over and over and over. And I think we go through the motions and we forget people are doing this for the first time, maybe, or second time in 10 years, and they just don't know.
Totally.
And so if we're cognizant of like what's, their feelings and emotions, and knowing that, man, the last time they probably went through this, it wasn't great just because the person wasn't aware of the creating a referable experience scenario. I can elevate my game and keep them forever.
Yeah.
Because
absolutely.
One is 25. So, and think about this, Jess. One referral from one person is another 25. This thing multiplies so fast. So if I get one, I mean, how many times that people listen to this call, they got a loan approved and looking, right? They're looking for a house, looking for a house, looking for a house. I'm calling them. How's it going? Hey, man, Thursday, looking at your homes this weekend. Hey, man, can you do me a favor? Friends, family, coworkers looking to buy. So how many times have you received a referral from somebody that has approved and looking status? They refer you someone, they get a contract, you close on it before the person looking for a house. I have.
Yeah.
The only way to do that is to make sure that experience is good, communicate with them, get to know them, be a ray of sunshine for 30 seconds every day, every week, have a conversation, and then ask them.
Dude, it's funny because it's so overlooked. This is so overlooked.
I know.
So overlooked. And it's kind of like right in front of your face, but it's so overlooked. And I'm just thinking right now about what the crappy job I've done with that recently. And even I kind of preach to my students and, and my partners is I see opportunity all over the place, right? I just see opportunity everywhere. And I don't say that in a bad way, in a salesy way, and like I'm getting this. I just talk. I just connect with people, right? Love to travel at the airport, like at a restaurant, right? In Uber. I mean, I've done deals with people in Uber. I mean, it's just talking, right? It's like, hey, what's going on? What's going on in your life, right?
Yeah.
But so I feel like I've got a strong suit at that. I'll pat myself on the back for that. And you're obviously amazing at that. But I stop at the asking about the other people. Yeah, and it's amazing how many other people that reach could go out to. And I know this, but I'm not doing it. So I think this is a great example, right? So sometimes, you listen to a podcast, you watch a show, or you go to a seminar or event or a retreat, whatever, right? And you're like, oh, I know that. I've heard that. I know that, right? Well, I always joke like with my wife and I were talking about like weight loss and working out. Everybody knows that, right? It is $1 trillion industry. To stop eating so much and work out more, but you don't do it. So if you have to hear it every day, who cares? If it makes you do it, you need to hear it, right? Yeah. So I know this, Scott, and what you're telling me is not necessarily something brand new. I'm not doing it. I suck at it, and I got to really up my game. And I'm sure there's a lot of people listening and watching that probably also need to do that, because how much extra money have you made and how many more people have you helped and changed their lives, and you've just ripple affected because of asking that question consistently.
It's insane. Yeah. The one thing I want to bring up that you have to be cognizant of is the reticular activator. And I just want to read the best definition I found of the reticular activator, because you can't turn this off. Once you're, and so the reticular activating system is a bundle of nerves at our brainstem that filters out unnecessary information. So the important stuff gets through. The RAS is the reason you learn a new word and then start hearing it everywhere. So when I said moments of gratitude, you're going to start hearing moments of gratitude, and you're going to go, what was I supposed to do with that? I opened the door for you, you opened the door for me. So that's the reticular activator is alive and well. When someone's looking to buy a house, they see every for sale sign, they hear every conversation, they have more conversations, they see TV commercials, they hear TV commercials. Everything moves out of the way, and they hear just real estate. So if you're not creating that experience to make them think of you all the time, like this is my guy, this is my girl, you're gonna miss out. Someone's gonna take them from you for that reason and only.
So good, dude.
Same.
That's so good. Wow. Okay, keep going, man. I love this. I freaking love this.
So think about if you have 100 in your past database. So we average 1 to 3 referrals for every 100 in our past database. Okay. The only way to do that is to, again, call them up, have conversations. Everybody skates that by doing email and text and all this stuff, but you can't get those moments of gratitude through a text or an email. You can't. No. It's just not the same.
No.
So here, I'm going to give you an app that you have to download, whether it's Google or Apple. It's called Covve, Covve, and it's Export by Covve. Make sure it's not the CRM. Okay. And it says Export by Covve. What I want you to do, and I had a conversation with an amazing guy yesterday, and he goes, "Oh, I don't keep contacts on my phone." And I go, could you just humor me and just hit the button? So he downloaded the app. Okay. He had 564 people. It literally within seconds will tell you how many you have in your phone. I have 19,000. It blew me away. I have 19,000 and growing because everybody I talk to save it. I just know.
You have a small town in your pocket.
Yeah, I do. So but think about it. There's 1% of even if it's all agents, 1% of my phone is talking about buying or selling a home. Even if it's agents, even if it's mortgage professional, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
So here's what I want you to do. Download, and then it allows.
So right here.
That's it, baby. Yep, that's it. Export by export
contacts by Covve.
Yep.
Little blue, little arrow. Yep. Done. Going.
So what I want you to do is I want you to think about this. I want you to think about however many that pulls up. It's going to be 500 plus. You're probably going to have a couple thousand. Think about all those people in your phone that you've already talked to at one time or another. I don't know when, I don't know how far ago. It doesn't matter how long ago, but they're all sitting in an auditorium. I promise you that 1%, minimum 1% are talking about buying or selling a home.
Absolutely. Yeah,
all day.
Sure.
If you want more deals today, I would download that and I would communicate with them. 5,774. See? Is that crazy? Within seconds.
Seconds. So I now have 5,774 contacts right now.
If you hit the export button, it'll allow you to export CSV wherever you want. Email it to yourself, put it on your computer, sort it out, clean it out. My goal for you would be to clean, that is your goal. That is your. Now, here's the thing. Here's the mind-blowing thing, Jesse.
That's crazy.
5,774. Here's the deal, though. Here's where it gets stupid. Times 25.
Okay.
144,350 opportunities.
Wow.
Cut it in half. Cut it in half. Take your 5,774 divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 2. It's still 360 people.
If you just keep, chop it down. Just get rid of everyone that you're not going to do anything with. And then you have that much.
Is still talking about buying or selling right now on your phone. So that's 3 deals right now. If I cut it 5 times.
That's insane. That's huge.
So stop buying leads. Stop trying to figure this out. Stop working on your website. Stop playing on Facebook. Communicate with the people that you've already communicated with. Make the calls. Say, all right, I'm going to communicate with these people over the next month, 2 months, however many you call, 25 a day, 15 a day, 100 a day, whatever. It depends on how much money you want to make, really. And make that list your golden list. This is the list that will provide me a living from here on out if I do nothing else every single month.
So take that number, the realistic number, right? Not because we're not going to get everybody.
No.
Right. But let's say, I don't suck, but I'm not amazing, right? I'm average. Yeah. Let's say that someone's average. What would that number be again? That number of the 5,774?
The average person that I talk to has about 1,000 people on their phone. Cut that in half. It's 500. Just say you'd have to throw 500 away because you didn't save the numbers and you just got numbers. No name. I would call the number and say, hey man, I misplaced my phone. I had this number on my phone. I'm just calling to up. I would be humble. Put your humble hat on. Look stupid.
Yep.
And just say, hey man, I had this number on my phone. I changed phones for some reason. It didn't transfer the name. Who is this?
Yeah.
Oh my God, how's it going? Hey, how you been?
That's way better than new number. Who dis? But I mean, you can do that too. You can do that.
There's always way. I mean, that'd be the best use of your time. Hey, I just want to call. I just thought, man, there's so many amazing things going on in real estate. Values are up through the roof. I got all clients are buying Airbnbs, investment properties. Oh my God, it's just they're fixing up their houses. They're making it more livable because man, they had to go through COVID and they just man, I need my own space and just it's just phenomenal what's going on. It's exciting.
My God. Okay, so now take that number.
Yeah.
And then you would multiply that, let's say, by your average transaction size that you do. And what is that in dollars sitting in your phone that you go, what should I do today? I don't really know what I should do. Maybe I should go buy more leads.
Yeah,
Maybe, right? Maybe I should go knock on doors. You gotta do none of that.
The crazy part, if you
just talk to people.
Let's just take 300,000 average loan size, and you got 300 only in your database. I know average person has 1,000, so 500, and you make 3% commission. That's 27,000 sitting in your phone in commissions.
Sitting there that that already know you, probably like you, probably trust you, and it's not a stranger. You don't have to pay for it. You're paying a zero.
And you're catching them before anything happens, before they see that. See, here's the thing. If they're talking about it, that reticular activator is going on. They're driving down the road. They see every for sale sign. Like, you know how you just don't see stuff, and then all of a sudden, like, if, for example, you go buy a car, and let's say it's a white car. If you are looking for a white car, you're going to see every single white car on the road in the parking lot. You're going to see your car 10,000 times a day.
Yeah,
where yesterday you didn't see it at all. Right. So same thing with buying a house. You're catching them in the moment. Hopefully not too late. You're going to have conversations with like, oh my God, I just moved. Oh my God, my son just bought a house. Oh, I totally forgot about you. Like, you're going to have those conversations. So to save from having oh my God, I just missed out on $3,000, $6,000, $9,000. Make that part of your day. If you just spend 2-3 hours a day communicating with those people in your phone, having conversations, making them feel special, telling them they're special. Man, if I could hit the universal reset button, don't say it if you don't mean it.
Of course.
From the core, if you really like them, stay a part of their life. Remind them of who you are, what you do for a living. Friend them all on Facebook.
Absolutely.
So you can stay in front of them and see what their family's doing. Catch maybe a comment going, I'm looking for a new home in wherever. You still get a referral fee on the referral. There's just so many opportunities.
That's part of our CRM that we have, Scott. So I have in my CRM, and the ones I give my students access to, and we set it up for them, is there's those questions, those buttons. Are you friends on Facebook? Are you on Instagram? Are you on TikTok? Right? Do you follow on social? Are you LinkedIn? All of it. And there's a yes, no button. So you can go through each person and be like, I don't know. Search, find, friend, accept, boom, follow. Right? You should, everyone should be seeing what you're doing and vice versa. So you can stay in the loop with people. And we all know that, it only shows a percentage anyways of what's going on to most people. But I love this because a lot of what I teach with the slow flip program that you're aware of, that we just kind of got going into together, right? With the slow flip program, dude, it's like, I'm flipping the script and I don't go chase leads. I don't chase people, and I don't feel like a commodity anymore. I have people sending people to me because I'm a unique problem solver, just like you with what you do, right? Yeah. You don't get the cookie cutter. What's your rate? What's your fees? You're a creator, a problem solver. You get things done and it's different. And so people are coming to you. And so part of that is just shifting, right? Of chasing to receiving. But the other part of that is, I love people. I'm just trying to work with people, and the people are there. It blows my mind how many folks will.
We don't need any more. You
don't need to go spend money.
You don't need any more friends.
For more strangers and people to take up time to call people back, to chase them. No, they're right here. You have them. There's tens of thousands of dollars in commission in your database every month. Right? That you just don't even realize is there. You just got to look, and you got to look for it and be aware of it.
Yeah. And you just got to pick up the phone and have conversations, and you got to get over the emotion of, the fear of rejection, fear of failure. It's okay. Some people are going to say, take me off your list. It's okay. You want to get that list down to a fine tune. Think if you built the relationship with 200 people only, that's 2 deals a month. If you're not closing 2 deals a month, I would just go, how do I get 200 people that know, like, and trust me? Because that 200 times 25 is just a stupid number. That if I stay in front of them and communicate with them and follow them on Facebook and like their post and comment on their stuff and just be a part of their lives, do customer appreciation parties, like little bitty things all year long, I'm going to close 24 deals from that 200 all day and twice on Sundays, right?
Dude.
Given.
Yeah. 100%. Well, and okay. So let's recap, because this is so good. So you get the app. Okay.
Yep.
You got to go into your phone. It's on Apple or Android, right?
Yep.
Google Play, doesn't matter. Get the app, download it.
Export contacts by Covve.
Export contacts by Covve, right?
Covve. Yep.
Then export your I just did it while we were talking here. It took like 90 seconds. Okay. I emailed it to myself. So I've got a spreadsheet now in my inbox. Now, I think here's the big thing. Some people, if they do that, good for them, right? They read the first chapter of a book, right? But we got to keep on reading that damn book. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's it.
So now once you do that, that doesn't put money into your bank account, and that doesn't have your friends getting into houses here. That
Right.
just did the work of getting it going. So from
Right.
there, what I feel like you have a strategy, I'm sure, and I don't think it's just throwing everybody into your MailChimp and saying, "Hey guys, how's it
No,
going?" and hoping they open it. You're
yeah.
calling them, yes?
100%.
Calling them,
100%.
and
Yeah.
and you're going through that whole freaking list, and you're calling them.
All of them.
Okay, so do you have time blocked for this every
Yes,
day?
every day, 4 days a week. So I use a thing called Phone Burner.
Phone
So
burner, okay?
Phone Burner is in like between Phone Burner and Conversations is all you need. So Phone Burner allows you to, if you get the voicemail,
Mhm.
it allows you to leave a voicemail automatically by the click of a button. You record it first. It allows you to send a text if you want to, and it allows you to send an email if you want to, all with one click of a button. And then it automatically starts dialing the next number.
Oh, wow. Dang.
It's insane. So you can average 40 to 50, depending on the conversation. One trick I do is I do a 3-minute egg timer. I got a 3-minute egg timer on my desk.
Nice. I got my little cube here.
Yep. There you go. So I just know that people don't want to talk to me all day. They have stuff going on. I'm an interrupter. So I can't talk 20 minutes. They won't take my call next time I call them. I want them to take my call. 3 minutes. So I talk fraud, family, recreation, occupation, goals. Hey, did you do anything fun over the summer? Got anything fun planned for this fall? For the holidays, whatever. Short. Hey, I just want to check in. I really appreciate you. Have a conversation, show the love, get the moment of gratitude. Hey, can you do me a favor? Sure. Ask friends, family, coworkers. Can I count on you? Yes. Over and over and over and over and over. So I do 75 to 100 calls a day. I usually have a 20% answer rate, but
75 to 100 calls a day.
Yeah, within 2 hours.
Within 2 hours.
Within 2 hours using Phone Burner. Yeah.
Scott, I've got people that call maybe 10 in a day and they think that they just hit the gym all day.
No. 28% answer rate, which is that's over 5,000 calls is a 28% answer rate. But the email's going, the voicemail's going. So I switch it up. Text messages like what, a 200% answer rate? I mean, 200.
Yeah.
I mean, so text messages are great. I get responses. Hey, can I call you back? Whatever. So I'm doing these calls, having these conversations. They're hearing from me. They're hearing my voice, and I'm communicating with them, engaging, reminding them of who I am and what I do for a living. Whether they don't call me back, it's okay. But I'm doing it again in 90 days, again in 90 days, again in 90 days. So they're getting an email from me, call every 90 days, email, email a week, call every 90 days. That's where the money's at. There's not, you do this. I'm telling you, Jesse, anybody that does this for 2-3 hours a day can literally delegate, farm out anything else in their lives, because this will pay for everything, including an amazing lifestyle.
Wow. So you're saying that's the thing you can't delegate. You can't get someone else to do.
Now we've tested it, but it takes a unicorn on the phone, in my opinion. But it's 2-3 hours a day. I'll do this for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
2-3 hours a day and guess what? I can do it from anywhere. Hawaii, Italy, Spain. It doesn't matter where I'm at. I can do this.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's like it's freedom on steroids, and it's doing the one thing. Now we call them BDRs, business development reps. We've tested it, trying it out. A couple people have found unicorns that are good at sales. For the most part, I think this should be done by, if you're good at sales and you like to do this, and you can overcome the fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of the unknown. What's 2-3 hours a day, 4 days a week? Like, what are you going to do with the rest of your time anywhere in the world? Right?
Yeah.
So I say
everything else you have outsourced, and you have a system, and you have this.
100%. You can train someone to create a referrable experience. You can train someone to act excited. You can train someone to follow up. You can train all that. You can't, the sales part is where the money's made.
Absolutely. Well, and like you said, if you like that and you're good at that, which hopefully you do, if you don't like to talk to people,
then fire it out, or get some, like Grant. And I don't know if Grant Cardone would fight me on this. I don't know if Gary Vee would fight me on that. I don't know, but I think Grant Cardone, he trains people to make phone calls. Right?
Yeah.
He trains people to sell.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
And he's selling a product. We're selling an experience. We're selling, like he's selling a box of training and coaching and all that stuff. We're selling a home. We're selling memories. I look at it as I'm selling memories, and this is what makes it easy for me. When I sell someone a home or do someone a loan for somebody or put them in a better financial situation, the memories they're going to create in that home, birthdays, oh my God, Christmas, like parties, get-togethers, family, all that stuff. They talk about for generations. I sell memories. Yeah, we sell homes, we sell money, but no, I sell memories. If I don't ask, I can't be a part of their memories.
Wow, man,
crazy.
And you've been doing this how long?
22 years.
I know so many people who don't have that passion and think like that, man, after like 5 to 10 years. You've been doing this for 22 years. Seriously. Yeah. You are a unicorn yourself, my friend, but that's why you've been doing this for 22 years. That's why you're not going to be one of the loan officers or agents who's probably going to go back to their other job or business this year because things got hard. The market changed. No, man, step up to the plate, right? And that's what this is about. This is about people. This is about relationships. At the end of the day, it's all relationships. And yeah, man, spot on. When I'm talking with someone and we're talking about investing and helping them get their first short-term rental or doing a slow flip with us, or they've been denied by 3 or 4 banks so they can't get into a house, and we're like, hey, we got your back. We can help you get into a house still without bank financing right now. And then you're going to come back and work with my guy or my gal in a year. I get so fired up about that. And for me, it's not transactional. It's about helping them with the first challenge, the first hurdle, but then setting it up, right? Setting up the rest of the freaking time and the rest of their life, right? Like, okay, how do we get you getting mailbox money? And how do we get you where you can go take 2 weeks and go down to your vacation property in Florida or Hawaii or Arizona, right? Or you're going to Italy paid by someone else. Like, I get juiced up about that. And so you're thinking about that, man. It's awesome.
I just want to say, man, Jesse, what you put together and what you're doing with this investors and helping people get into homes. I have a hard time. I pinch myself every time I tell somebody about it because the response is like, "What did you just say?" And so, what you and James have put together, man, is just incredible. I'm so excited to work with you, help you in any way I can. I want you back on Agent Mastermind because I think it was it's almost too good to be true. We're truly. Yeah. And it's creating wealth for investors at a faster pace than anything I've ever seen before in my life. And the people I meet, they just get the ones that get it at an uber high level. So, man, I don't know how you did it, but congratulations on what you put together, man.
Dude, thanks, man. I super appreciate that. I got lucky. I took my background and my kind of 2 passions, and I found a way to kind of put them together and create this really cool thing. And yeah, I dig it, man. But so here's the thing. You're just like me. You're talking with agents all over the country all the time. You're talking with loan officers all over the country. And so if you're in the real estate and finance business, guys, or you're not, actually, you know what? I was just talking with my friend Robert Allen yesterday, and we're talking about, people who get into the real estate business and investing. And he was saying a lot of people that are in your program, Jesse, are they, former agents or former lenders? I'm like, I feel like they should be, but they're actually not. A lot of them are folks who are like, hey, I want to get into real estate. I want to get into investing, and they're coming from a different business or career. So if you're listening to this, if you're watching this and you want to help people get home ownership, whether that's the financing, whether it's the real estate side, if you want to help, your family, your friends, create assets and cash flow, if you want to do that for yourself, of course, and for your family and the next generation, we would love to help you with it. Scott can provide you with a million financing options and help you get it done. And I would love to help create a plan, right? And like I was just doing this the other day with someone. I'm like, okay, well, pretty soon your car payment's covered. Now that's done. Check, right? You don't have a car payment anymore because this property is paying for that, right? All of the people that are having an amazing vacation at your place that's super cool, they're paying for your car, right? Now, guess what? Your mortgage, that got covered. That got covered by this place, right? How sweet is that? And you just keep stacking and stacking. And like when I go to one of my Airbnbs, I love to sit and walk by and see people having fun. They're grilling, they're laughing. Like you said, they're creating memories. I'm like, oh my God, I'm making money by them having this awesome experience and time and creating memories at my property. I get to use it when it's open. If it's not, I'm okay with that because it's making money, but I'm okay when it's open because I get to vacation. I love it, man. And I want to help more people just like you do, get that. So, but things are going to get tougher, aren't they? Things are going to get tougher. And I think people who don't have, like, dude, if you're doing 2 hours a day, 4 days a week, who's making you do that? Like, do you check in with somebody?
No,
making you do that. Exactly. So you said to yourself, this is the bar. This is what I got to do. And you're holding yourself accountable. 100%. That's not easy for everybody.
No, it's not. I just know where the gas goes. People, I talk to people that work 14 hours a day and I'm like, what do you do for 14 hours?
Right.
I'm like, I could probably back that down to 2 and you can delegate whatever you're doing for the other 12 you can pay someone else to do it. Here's the way I look at it, Jess, man. Here's the one that really hit me upside the head hard. And I did the numbers. I said, all right, let's just say you make $500,000. Okay. So 500, there's 2,060. Is it how many hours in how many, 52 times 40, 2,080 hours in a year. If you work 40 hours a week. Okay. So 500,000. Let's just say you don't take any vacations. I know you're going to, let's just
I said there's no vacation time with it, man.
So let's go. 2,000. Let's just use 2,000. Say you took 2 weeks off. Okay.
Yep. Perfect.
So $500,000 in income divided by 2,000. That's $250 an hour that you're making if you work 40 hours a week for 50 weeks. So what I did is I put that as a screensaver on my phone, and it's like if I pick up the phone, if I look at my computer and I'm doing something that's not $250 an hour activity.
Yes.
What is it costing me to do this activity? If I'm calling a borrower to get an updated pay stub, it's costing me $225 to do it.
Dude, I'm gonna hug you right now. I want to give you a Zoom hug.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
So if you're not, I mean, if you're making $1 million, it's $500 an hour. That's if you're working 40 hours. If you work 2-3 hours a day, 4 days a week, like, okay, so let's just go. Let's just say you work 3 times 4 times 52. It's 624 hours. Here you go. 500,000 divided by 624. You're making $800 an hour. Can you not farm out a couple things? Like anything. Not only that, at your home, you can hire a cook to come in your house and cook for you every single day, 3 meals a day. You can clean, you can mow. Like if you spend the time communicating with the people in your phone, you are done. Dude. You're done. You hire everything else out. It's done.
The way you're describing things, I love and is how I think, and I try to relay and portray, and I need to get reminded myself, right? Because you fall back in old habits, you fall back in old patterns. I need to be reminded myself as well from people that I, are my mentors and coaches and people I'm around. But you're spot on, and I think it's funny because so many people do it the opposite. They do the opposite. They're scared to pick up the phone. They're scared to ask for feedback. They're scared to make those calls. But they feel real good about themselves because they got a lot done that day with the paperwork and the emails and the this and the that is not generating $250 an hour. It's not generating $500 an hour. No. Yeah, you're not making doctor money, lawyer money, right? You're making fast food money.
So I always focus, and here's another one, man. So I focus on the 20% that makes me 80% of my money. Most people, when I meet them, are focusing on the 80% that makes them 20% of their money. All I got to do is flip it.
Yeah. Completely.
And so there's a book out there that kind of freaked me out again. It slapped me upside the face. And there's a 20% inside the 20% that makes you 80% of your money. Ooh. Like the Bill Gates of the world, the Steve Jobs of the world. Like there's a 1% that makes you 99% of your money.
Wow. What book is that?
That's the 2 hours. It's called the 80-20.
Oh, the 80-20. Yeah. I think I've got that behind me actually.
80-20. Man, as soon as you said that, I just all right, I got enough.
Another one that's really good along those lines, I like to read. Procrastinate on Purpose. Oh, yeah. So Rory Vaden, he's upside down. Yeah. That's a good one.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah. It's about how you want to procrastinate on that kind of stuff. Right?
Yeah.
And
it's easier.
Absolutely.
No rejection. Nobody's telling me no. It's just easy to do that.
At the end of the day, it doesn't get you what you, And that's the thing. I love your attitude because you can have, people say, you could have a cleaner, you could have a cook, you could have a driver. I know people who have drivers. They don't drive. Why? Because they're on their phone. Time. They're making $250, $500 an hour on their phone by making the momentum of their business. Right? Driving is, you're never going to get paid that. I'm sorry. Right? You're just not. Nope. So you're not going to get paid the cooking. So there's a friend of mine, Chris Harder, awesome dude. Him and his wife, Rory, have some amazing businesses. And one thing that Chris always says is if it doesn't bring you joy or money, don't do it. And I'm like, absolutely, man. Right now, if you love to mow the lawn, if that's your release, if that's like your fun,
perfect.
Get out and mow the lawn.
Yeah.
But if it's not making you more than what you should be making with your goals, right? And you throw out a number based on the hours you want to work. But if it's not there, you shouldn't be doing it, right? The other thing too, we were talking about this in one of our coaching calls the other day. That example, right? With how many hours per week that you're working and the dollar per hour. Okay.
Yep.
What's the 2 ways? This is a trick question, but I not really. What's the 2 ways you can affect that? What's the 2 ways you can change that?
Just by figuring out what the 20% is. What's your 20% that makes you 80% of your money? Like, what is that? So if you take 20% of an 8-hour day, it's an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah. So what, like, so
So
if you only had an hour and 30 of your entire day, before I go on a vacation or something, right? Or on trips, that's how it works, right? And people, like, the
yeah,
universe knows when you're traveling.
yeah,
You only have an hour and a half before you're at the beach, or you're at Disney World, or you're doing this. What you got to get done that gets it
yeah.
done, right?
That's it.
But so, yeah, I think like you could do two things though. You could say, I still want to make, if 500K is your goal, great. But could I do that in 20 hours a week instead of 40? How
Absolutely.
do I do that? Right.
Yeah,
So you get better at it, or you work more hours.
yeah.
The same two people, or, having kind of the same business, could each make 500K, but one's going to have to maybe work 80 hours a week to do it because they're not focusing on what you're talking about. Right. The other person could maybe do it in 30 hours a week because they're better at it, but you each can do it. It's just you get better at it or you put in more time.
The crazy part about our business and sales is, real estate and mortgage is we're not pounding nails. We're not working by the hour.
No.
Like we're not punching the clock. We're not going, not walking into the hardest job in the world is those guys that put on roofs, man. It's hot. They're on an
Yes.
angle. That, like, think about those guys. Talk about hard work.
Oh my God. Yeah.
They have to go tile by tile. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? We don't. We can. I mean, it's just that's what blows me away when I see this is working. I'm like, thank God, but
Mm-hmm.
like sales is like it's unlimited. You need to remove yourself from the minutia, I call it,
Mm-hmm.
that creative avoidance, because it's live and well, and it's hard to get rid of that, but it's just easier when the only thing you're supposed to do is have conversations every single day and just like I just decided I'm going to perfect the one thing that 99% of the world doesn't want to deal with, and it's having phone calls. And I'm just going to screw it up. And guess what? I only screwed it up for so long. And then I'm like, all right, now here's the objections. I know every objection that anybody's ever going to give me. I know how to overcome them at the beginning of the phone call. I mean, I could go on about this forever. And as times change, the objections change, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I mean, like, for example, when I'm calling a real estate agent in the middle of the summer, hey, I know you're busy. I know school's out, kids are home. I know you have another lender relationship. I'm not looking to replace them. I just removed all the objections right up front. There's another one. It took
You put them at ease.
5 seconds.
5 seconds to just
remove all the
that
objections.
wall down, and now like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So I just decided to perfect the phone call, get over the nerves. Everybody when they go to make a phone call, they go, "Oh man, I'm gonna go check the mail. I want to get something to drink. I'm gonna grab lunch. Hey, it's lunchtime. I'm gonna grab like all this stuff." I'm like, no, man, just it took me about 60 days before that feeling went away.
Okay.
And I don't like every day I got up, I'm like, man, how do I feel? I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And I mean, every once in a while, if it creeps back, but very seldom. 5 minutes into it, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something in us, in our bodies, this chemical reaction of fear of something that goes off. And I could probably ask a doctor what it is, but it's never 100% going to go away. But if you're doing it for the right reasons, like you said, something you love, something you care about, brings you joy. I know I'm changing lives. I know I'm being part of someone's memories. I know I can help you. If somebody will talk to me, I'm going to leave them in a better place.
Absolutely.
But if they don't, I feel sad. I'm like, man, I can't help that guy today because he said no.
Well, and like you said too, man, no expectations. You know what I mean?
Right. Zero. I don't know, man. I don't know if I said this to you before, but if you have zero expectation of anything in return, I learned this from Ari Gulper in the book called Unlock the Sales Game. He said you can never be rejected if you have zero expectations of anything in return.
Wow, that's huge.
It's everything.
That's crazy.
Everybody I talk to, hey man, so everything I teach, I'm like, hey, I know you have a lender relationship. What I'm going to show you, take it back to him. If he's not doing it, you're missing out on hundreds of thousands of dollars in commissions.
Wow.
If he's not going to do it, I got you. That's what I do.
But you have zero expectations, so you can't be let down.
No.
Yeah.
No. Zero.
Wow.
I never leave work upset or like, man, defeated, because I had zero expectations to begin with to start my day.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing that you understand too, that is so powerful. I don't know how many people are actually really absorbing that right now, because that's so powerful. You have zero expectation, genuinely, sincerely, but it's also doing the work, and it's also a numbers game, right?
Yeah. Oh, numbers.
Now, part of it's like, if I just think good thoughts, things are going to happen. Well, no, that you need work and thinking good thoughts and faith, right? And there's some, like, all of those things come together. That's not what you're saying, but But what you're saying is it's just doing the work, right? It's like showing up and practicing every day. You're just going to get better. Things will happen, but it's a numbers game too, right? And so you can't call 5 people a day. Heck, even if you do 5, consistently 4 days a week, I guarantee you that's still way more than a lot of people are doing. It is, because they're all over the place with their hair on fire.
Here's what I call it. I call it the magical number. And once you know your magical number, I used to buy into you wake up every day unemployed. I used to buy into that. I don't buy that. I don't buy it anymore, because if you know your magical number is how many calls do I have to make to have enough conversations to have enough wins. So if it's 100 calls, I talk to 25 people, and that means 1 win. How many times can I have 100? How many times can I make 100 calls to have 25 conversations to have 1 win? And everybody has the number. And the better you get at the phone calls, the better your number gets.
Yes. Yep. Exactly. Which goes back to what I was saying, right? So you either do more of it or you get better at it. But either way, you have a choice. You have a choice.
You have a choice. It's all mindset.
Dude, I love that. I love that. Well, and you know what? I think right there, if you're listening and watching this and you are self-employed, you're a business owner, and you have a partner, a spouse who is not, and they got that W-2 and clock in, clock out, and you ever have discussions about that or fights about that, replay that part right there. Right? Replay that part, because that is how you should feel confident, right? Not necessarily 1,000% secure. No one is.
No. And it might change with the industry. Right now, it's harder. Last year, it wasn't hard at all. Everybody's making boatloads of money, right?
Yeah. Yep.
This year, it's probably double or triple the amount of calls, but it's still, the magical number changed.
Yes.
But I can still accomplish that magical number.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You're not having to get out of it or go do something different. Right. Just change your numbers.
Change your numbers. Change the amount of people you talk to. That's it.
Love it. I love it.
It's that, and I call it magical because it is truly magical. Yeah. And once you know it, and everybody's different. My number used to be 10-1. Now it's 4-1, right?
Because you got better.
I learned.
And you got better by doing it.
I learned what people are thinking, what they're doing, how they're feeling, the emotion part of it, the body language part of it, all the stuff that plays into a conversation. Once you understand it and you can listen and you remove the walls up front and you can have those good conversations and truly help somebody, why would they not want to work with you?
I love that.
It's crazy. So good stuff, man.
One thing is I want to just, throw this out there. Why? Because you track your numbers.
Put it in. Yeah. You got to know your numbers.
You got to track your numbers.
No, you got you got to know.
So people
System
just
does
say,
it for me. System does it for me.
I'm calling people, Jesse. I'm calling people, Scott. Okay, how many? People. Okay. Yeah. Well, which ones worked? Was good, was bad? Like you said, objections. What's gonna. Why do you have to call 100? You know the numbers. You got to be able to track it. If you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business, and you can't make those changes.
Amen.
You got to do that.
Amen, dude.
Okay, you and I could talk for another 3 hours straight. Let's go get another coffee. You get what you need, man. No, I appreciate you, bro. I would love to.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to be on here, man. I'm honored to help you in any way you can. Any of your friends, family, coworkers. I live what I preach. Seriously.
Yeah, thank you.
And if there's anything I can do for anybody, man, I'd love to do it. So
same for you. Absolutely. I can't wait to do so much more together, and any way that I can help. And we've already got stuff going. And
man, dude.
Yeah, man, the synergy is fantastic. So.
Yeah.
I love it. We'll do another one soon. You've got so much great stuff to share, dude. I love it. Where can people find you, Scott? What's the best place?
Probably just Google me on Scott Hudspeth. So just Scott at scotthudspeth.com is my email. Pretty hard to mess that last name up. I'm kidding. Everybody messes it up. But so Scott Hudspeth on Google. You'll find me all over the place. I'm everywhere. So appreciate you, man. Appreciate you having me on, and look forward to helping many of your clients to get into homes and many of your investors to make a ton of money.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much. And I love your energy. I love your gratitude, your attitude, your caring, your experience. And there's a lot that people can really get working with you, man. So it's awesome.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much.
But thank you for being here, and we'll talk soon.